Hello everyone and welcome at another iSMA controlling webinar. Today we'll talk about Niagara DH. My name is Paweł Szarmański and I am Solution Product Manager at iSMA Controlli. So through the next 30 minutes I will guide you through everything that you really need to know about our MAC36 and MAC36PRO controllers. So without further ado, let's go through everything you need to know. So starting with our solutions, MAC36NL is a part of our small and medium BMS solution, and it's right in the center of it because we treat small and medium buildings in the center. According to the data, buildings up to 50,000 square feet represents about 90% of US commercial building, where only 30% of them have a BMS in place. And we are talking about retail, we are talking about hospitality, small offices, and education. And this is where our award-winning small and medium BMS solution comes in place. And we'll now go through our MAC36 hybrid IoT controllers. So starting with the first that has been on the market for a while, for about 5 years, MAC36NL and our new baby MAC36PRO. And two additions to them, which are MAC36NL RS, with an additional second RS485 port, and same with the MAC36PRO, MAC36PRO RS. So adding up, you have right now 4 options available in our MAC36 range of controllers. So let's go through the specifications of them and what are the differences between both of them. Starting with the processing power, MAC36NL is based on a dual-core 1 GHz processor, while MAC36PRO is based on a quad-core 1.6 GHz processor. Going through the system, MAC-NL is based on a 32-bit iSMA OS, while our MAC36PRO is completely redesigned and based on our iSMA OS 64-bit Linux system. We doubled the RAM memory on the MAC36PRO, and we have now 2 GB on the bigger brother, next to the 1 GB of RAM memory on the MAC36NL. And we also doubled the storage on the SD card, which is now 8 GB of a storage on our industrial grade SD cards, next to the 4 GB on the MAC36NL. But we haven't changed anything when it comes to the interfaces and the IOs. So they are beautifully replaceable in the projects. You can use either of them, and it really depends on what you need in your projects. So now let's look how it looks from the licensing standpoint. On the MAC36PRO, you can go from 5 devices up to 100 of devices, and you can easily expand that number with 1 device. And on the MAC36NL, the licenses start with 3 devices and 50 points, and goes up to 25 devices and 1,250 points. So you can really leverage the MAC36PRO when you need a controller for a more equivalent level, and MAC36PRO where you need actually more integration points, more processing power, more advanced graphics, etc. What we really take care of is for the continuous update process of Niagara 4 on our controllers. So when it comes to MAC36NL, which is on the market for over 5 years now, we started with Niagara 4.4, and right now we are on Niagara 4.14.2, which means we updated each single version of Niagara to the controller, to the MAC36NL. And for the MAC36PRO, we started with 4.10, and we are right now with 4.14.2. And we have 2 coming soon versions, the long-term support, which we always upgrade to the latest version, and that's the 4.10.9 for both controllers. And coming soon is also 4.14 for our MAC36NL and MAC36PRO. And let's now go through all the common features of those controllers that really enhance operation in Niagara. So what do you get additional to what's in Niagara with all the latest and greatest in, let's say, 4.13.2 and MAC36NL and MAC36PRO? Starting with the HDMI port on these controllers. There's a built-in service free of charge for MAC36NL and MAC36PRO that allow you to integrate seamlessly HDMI screen through the built-in HDMI port. There's a dedicated service that will allow you to configure your dedicated user for the screen, set up the auto login and all the credentials, set up your screen server, and very simply display the visualization locally from the MAC36 on the screen with just a plug and play with a screen and then USB for the touch or mouse or a keyboard. We have a dedicated panel in our offering, which is a 10-inch industrial panel that is meant to be installed in a control cabinet as the one you see on the screen right now. And those beautiful graphics you saw is our iSMA 3D graphics, and next to the 2D graphics, both of those packages are pre-licensed to our MAC36 controllers, and you can get them for free today when you use MAC36NL and MAC36PRO. Another feature on our controller that is really something very useful for applications that are really scalable is our onboard rotary and dip switches. Those can be really utilized as part of your application when you need to just change the configuration of a specific application that is sitting in the controller. So when you take out the lid of the controller, you will see all the LEDs. You will see 2 dip switches, 2 rotary switches, and the mini USB port that you can access the built-in SSH and PuTTY. And what you can really do with them is treat them as a part of your application. They are part of our iSMA IO module, and you can just drag and drop the components that represents those physical switches to your application and configure your application offline and use it without even programming in Niagara. And that is a part of our iSMA IO module next to our 36 IOs that are built into both of those controllers. So going through the IOs, if you were on our iSMA IO webinar, you definitely already know all our standard of inputs and outputs, and same on the MAC36NL and MAC36PRO controllers, you have the same standards of inputs and outputs. So starting with the 16 universal inputs, you get all the resistive, voltage, temperature, dry contact, and current input on each of them, with a list of up over 20 sensors just selectable from the list on the universal input. Then we have 4 digital inputs that work with a fast pulse counter and can save up to 100 pulses directly to the EEPROM memory and safely storage it on the SD card. So you can use it also for metering purposes. 8 analog outputs that are 0 to 10 volt analog outputs, and 8 digital relay outputs with up to 3 ampere load on them. And our controllers can be easily expanded with either IP. We have 2 independent IP ports or the up to 2 RS-485 ports. And you can use our IO modules and our IC library that is available in Niagara and use it for the product configuration and just extension of the IOs. You can integrate up to 128 of the RS-485 IO modules and limit of your IP addressing on the IP. So it's only the IP limitation that you have here. And all of that is packed into our IC Workbench and IC Niagara expansion pack that I would like to really quickly go through. So these are the tools that will allow you to easily commission the controller. Our MAC36 licenses are open NCIS, so you can use them with any workbench. We have a dedicated IC Workbench, but you can use any workbench and use our IC Niagara expansion pack to add the distribution files and all the other required files that you will see right now on the screen. So clean lists for both MAC36NL and MAC36PRO, all the common modules that we have, which is iSMA IO and iSMA HDMI, and the distribution files for the supported versions of Niagara. All of them will be packed into our expansion packs together with the IC modules that will allow you to work seamlessly with all IC products on the market. So this is coming soon, our IC Workbench 4.14 and IC Niagara Expansion Pack 4.14. And let's now go through the live demo. So let's open firstly our IC Workbench. I'm running the latest 4.13.2, and I would like just to mention that all of our software is available for free to download for the IC Connect. So if you would like to start working with our products, look for the IC Connect on iSMA CONTROLLI website, and you'll be able to download all of our software right here from the IC Connect. As you can see, I have already installed and selected as a favorite the IC Niagara Expansion Pack and IC Workbench 4.13.2. So if I open now the IC Niagara Expansion Pack from the tool, it will just open a simple installation wizard that will guide me through the versions that I would like to install, which is support pack for MAC36PRO, support pack for MAC36NL, and the list of IC modules with its versions. So all you have to do is select the supported Niagara version, let's say Vicon Niagara 4.10.7. And once you select it, you can just go and install all the files, and you can start using the MAC36 controllers straight away. So that's what comes with the IC Niagara Expansion Pack. And when it comes to IC Workbench, all of those distribution files and IC modules, they are all already packed into those workbenches. So let's now look at the Niagara site. So we are here in the Niagara 4.13.2. And I have here two controllers connected. I have the MAC36NL and I have here the MAC36PRO. So just looking through the platform and the specifics of it, you will see in the platform administration the first difference when it comes to the host ID of those controllers, and of course the OS and the Niagara runtime and HDVM that is dedicated for the Mac controllers. So MAC36NL is running the GC5 MACNL host ID, and this is how we can differentiate it. And MAC36PRO is running an iSMA host ID. So that's the easiest way to differentiate. And of course, you will see the number of cores. So here we have 2, and the MAC36PRO will have 4 of them. And beside that, all of the features of Niagara are supported. We always make sure and test that all the features that comes with Niagara framework are also working on our MAC36 controllers. So this is extremely important for us. And what I would like to show you today is the unique features that you can really utilize in Niagara working with MAC36s. So starting with the iSMA I/O. Our iSMA I/O is a dedicated network for the local I/Os on the MAC36NL, and those 36 I/Os on the controller, they are not counted in the license count of the device. So if you have the smallest MAC36NL 50-point license and free device license, those 36 I/Os, they count on the top of this license. So let's open the iSMA I/O service, and I would like just to show you how easy it is to work with our onboard I/Os. So we have a list of supported input and output types. So let's select the analog output right now and just add one. And all you have to do is really place the address of the output. So we have 8 of them. So we count them from 1 to 8. So let's now put 8. And let's click OK. And right now we have added the 8 analog output. And yeah, we can just already integrate it to our application and start working with it. So what I would like to show you further is we have this analog output here, and let's just drop a rotary switch to the application. So this rotary switch that is sitting right behind this lid can be used in the part of our application right now. So if we rotate the switch from 1 to 9, and let's now connect the output to the input of the output, we can see the value change from 0 to 4. So now we have 4 volts. Let's set it to 9. And that actually powers up my LED connected, my 12-volt LED that is connected to the analog output. So we are already starting building an application. And if we turn that to 0, it will drop the voltage to 0, and we can see now the light is gone. So this is how easy it is to use the deep and rotary switches as a part of your application and actually integrate the inputs and outputs. If we take any of the, let's now use the palette, any of the universal inputs here, we just drag and drop them, and yep, we can select the universal input type or the wide list of supported temperature sensors. So that's the configuration. Going further, integration-wise, it's really easy to just connect some devices over backend and Modbus. I have here connected our control point panel, our wall panel over the backnet MSTP, and our MIX18 IP over backnet IP. So it's already pre-configured. This is a standard backnet driver, and when I click Discover, I should be able to discover both of them right now on the network. So let's see if that works. So what we have here, we have the MIX18 IP, so we can simply drop it to our application, and we can go to the points, we can discover the points, and all the points from this MIX18 are now available for us. So you can use our IC library for that, or you can just discover all those points and add them to your application straight away. Going further, we have a built-in Modbus gateway in the IPI module. So I have here our iSMA B4i4o H module connected that we can integrate, and this is actually connected to the RSPRO5 port of our MIX18 IP right here. So what we can do is we can go now to our IC library, and we can look for the iSMA B4i4o and just drop it right here. We can configure this device in the property right here. That would be the device number 2 of the bus, as the MIX18 is the number 1. And yeah, we can see the status from the inputs and outputs. And let's say we would like to see the mode of this. Let's say that we would like to see the uptime. We can just drop it here to the application, and we can see all the values, let's say, for the hand status for the digital outputs. So let's drop 2 points, and this is Modbus, and you can really easily just drag and drop the points from Modbus. And if we set now the hand of auto switches on this mini module to the high state, we can really see how it changes now in Niagara right now. So this is all working live as you see it. So that's from the integration standpoint, what we have on backnet, what we have on the Modbus TCP gateway. We can, of course, go to the MAC36, integrate also the CP panel using the onboard up to 2 RSPRO5 ports. So now let's switch to the MAC36PRO, and let's look at the MAC36PRO for a while. So let's open the platform and just go to the platform administration, and we can see here the version of Niagara supported is the same as we have on the IC Workbench. We can see the changed host ID right here, and we can see the model, which is the SD Pro. And what's very important about the MAC36 controllers is the host ID and the license, they are all bound to the SD card. They are not bound to the hardware itself. So if you take the SD card for the MAC36PRO, you can buy the MAC36PRO RS or MAC36PRO and easily switch the SD card between both of them, and it will work straight away. So everything on the Mac controllers is bound to the SD card, which really allows for easy replacements on site. You can see the ICOS 64 is the operating system of the MAC36PRO, and you can see the dedicated Java virtual machine that is running the controller, and the number of cores, which is 4. So I mentioned that we have a built-in graphics package that are available for the MAC36 controllers. So let's now open the iSMA graphics. So our iSMA graphics palettes, they are really equipped with templates of devices. So you can basically drag and drop them to your application. If we now open the backnet network on the MAC36 Pro and go to, let's say, FCU, we can open the backnet and just drop the device to the backnet network. And you'll see that it's already equipped with the graphic package for the iSMA VFCU controllers. And you can just drop it. This is a backnet device. It's equipped with the points. And this is how will be integrated our iSMA VFCU or the VEV controllers. And when it comes to get those graphics, and when it comes to any other templates that we have built in, let's just add another backnet device, and let's call it HU1. So let's say it's another MAC36 that we are integrating, or another third-party device. So what we can really do is we can click with the right click, go to the views, add a new view right on the device, and look for the HU template here, and you can just drop the canvas pane to your added PX graphic, and now you just drop the whole equipped device, and you have the list of points that you just need to copy to your application to make it fully working. And in a matter of seconds, after connecting all those points, you can have something exactly like this that is representing your HU on site. So it's a drag and drop. We have RTUs, we have HUs, we have VAVs, FCUs, and just the equipments that you'll need. So chillers, boilers, tanks, so you can build also your own graphics. I have here an AC example right here on the controller as well. So that's what come as an extra to the MAC36 controllers, and also the HDMI service. So only thing you need to do to configure the HDMI on the MAC36 controllers is get this iSMA HDMI service and drop it into your services right here. So when you drop the service, you just set it up. It's very easy to do. You can set up your own screen server path. You can set up your own screen server time if you want to. Set up the auto login, so anytime when there is a power cycle, it will automatically log you to the proper username and the password. And what we'll do right now is we'll actually connect with the HDMI cable and the USB cable for the touch to our iSMA DPD. So let's now connect it to the MAC36 Pro right here on the HDMI and to the USB port. And what will happen right now is we'll see this on the screen. So we have here our login. I haven't set up this login for the demo, so we need to just with the touch put in the password right here to the device. So once the password is there, you can access this visualization. So let me just put that in. Normally after power cycle, it will just log you automatically, and it just takes you to the proper view that you set in your nav file of this user. Is just the web server that you would access through the browser, or you can just access right here through this HDMI port. So let's again just disconnect this cable. This is just an HDMI cable, so there's no IP on the panel right here. Reconnect it. And it will automatically open the local visualization with just a plug and play configuration for the MAC36 right here. So this is what you get with this HDMI service. You can connect an external screen. And of course, the same visualization can be easily accessed when you go to the web server. And what I wanted to show you as well is that we have dedicated MAC36NL.ismacontrolli.com website where you can access Same visualization online if we just like to see how this visualization works and how it looks, and just to get the initial feel of the MAC36NL and the iSMA graphics. So I will share with all the participants the link here and the credentials to the station that you will be able to access from your place. So we've seen the iSMA.io, we've seen the iSMA HDMI, we've seen the integration, and yeah, that's pretty much what I would like to show to you today during this 30-minute webinar. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please write them down and we'll answer them in a PDF attached to the mailing after the session. So thank you very much and see you soon on the next webinar.